The landscape of the war on terror in Nigeria has shifted so violently in the last 72 hours that the ground is still shaking, both literally and figuratively, for the remnants of the insurgent groups hiding in our vast forests. We are currently tracking explosive reports coming out of the northeast and northwest that suggest the leadership of Boko Haram has been dealt a blow from which they may never recover. According to high-level security sources and field reports from Operation Hadin Kai, several major Boko Haram commanders have been confirmed dead following a series of devastating, targeted airstrikes that represent a level of coordination between the Nigerian military and the United States Army that we have never seen before. This isn't just a regular patrol or a small skirmish. This is a total offensive designed to wipe the top tier of these criminal organizations off the map before the year 2025 comes to a close. The gist behind these operations is the sheer precision of the technology being used. While we were all following the news of the Tomahawk missiles hitting the northwest on Christmas Day, another silent but deadly operation was unfolding in the Bama local government area of Borno State. Credible intelligence suggests that while the foot soldiers were distracted by the news of the U.S. strikes in Sokoto, a joint surveillance effort pinpointed a gathering of top Boko Haram amirs or commanders in a hidden location within the fringes of the Sambisa forest and the Mandara mountains. These leaders, who have been on the most wanted list for years, were reportedly meeting to discuss how to react to the new Trump factor in the region. They didn't realize that they were being watched from thousands of feet above by a mix of Nigerian Air Force assets and high-end American Reaper drones. When the strike finally happened, it was described by witnesses as a wall of fire that left no room for escape. The names being whispered in the security circles are significant: men who have led raids on villages, kidnapped our children, and challenged the sovereignty of our nation for over a decade. While the official names are being vetted for final confirmation to avoid any errors, the preliminary reports are clear. The brain box of the current Boko Haram structure in the Bama axis has been effectively dismantled. This coordinated effort between the Nigerian Army and the U.S. military marks a new phase, as our Foreign Minister Yusuf Tuga recently described it. It is no longer a case of just pushing the terrorists back. It is now a case of hunting them down with pinpoint accuracy using satellite-guided munitions that can find a target in the middle of a dense forest in the dead of night. If you are following this story and you feel a sense of hope for our security in 2026, please do me a huge favor and hit the like button right now. It helps the YouTube algorithm push this news to more Nigerians who are tired of the fear and want to see the progress our troops are making. Also, if you want to stay updated on every single movement on the front lines and every announcement from the Department of War, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. We are committed to bringing you the most accurate, real-time updates on these joint operations, so you are always in the loop about what is happening in our country. Your support is what makes this channel the #1 place for the real gist on Nigerian security. The involvement of the United States under President Donald Trump has added a psychological layer to this war that we cannot ignore. The rhetoric coming out of Washington has been very clear. There will be hell to pay for those who target innocent lives. This hasn't just put the terrorists on the defensive, it has forced them into a state of panic. We are hearing reports that some of the surviving fighters are trying to blend into local communities or flee across the borders into neighboring Sahelian countries. But even there, they are finding that the eyes in the sky are following them. The synergy between the Nigerian Army's ground intelligence and the American technical surveillance is creating a no-hide zone. For the first time in years, the hunters have truly become the hunted. In the northeast, the Nigerian Army has intensified its clearance operations following these airstrikes. The goal is to ensure that no power vacuum is left behind that could be filled by even more radical elements. Soldiers from 7th Division in Maiduguri are reportedly moving into the areas that were hit to perform forensic checks and recover any surviving intelligence from the camps. This is vital because the documents and devices found in these camps could lead to the arrest of the financiers and collaborators who have been keeping these groups alive from the comfort of our cities. The story isn't just about the missiles, it's about the massive amount of information we are gathering as these groups collapse under the pressure. We also have to talk about the reaction from the local communities. In places like Bama and Goza, there is a cautious sense of celebration. For too long, these people have lived under the shadow of these commanders who acted like gods over the forest. To hear that these untouchables have been neutralized by a joint force of Nigerian and American firepower is a massive boost to the morale of the local hunters and vigilantes who have been supporting our troops on the ground. However, there is also a call for vigilance. As these groups lose their leaders, they might become more unpredictable. This is why the military is urging everyone to report any suspicious movements, especially individuals who look like they are trying to hide or who appear in villages with fresh injuries and no explanation. The global community is watching Nigeria right now. Analysts are saying that if this joint operation continues at this pace, we could see the end of large-scale insurgency in the northeast by the middle of next year. The Trump factor isn't just about the weapons, it's about the political will to finish the job. While some people are debating the sovereignty of having foreign missiles on our soil, many are saying that the priority must be the lives of Nigerians. If a joint strike can save 1,000 lives by taking out a dozen commanders, then that is a trade-off many are willing to accept. The gist is that the rules of engagement have changed, and the terrorists are the last ones to realize it. As we continue to monitor the situation, we want to hear from you. What is your take on this new level of cooperation between the Nigerian Army and the United States Army? Do you think this is the final nail in the coffin for Boko Haram, or should we be worried about the long-term presence of foreign military assets in our country? There is a lot of talk about how these strikes were executed to protect specific groups, but the Nigerian government is insisting that this is a broad war against all forms of terror that affect both Christians and Muslims alike. Drop your comments below and let's have a civilized discussion about the future of our national security. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family so they can stay informed with the latest frontline updates. We will keep our ears to the ground and bring you the official names of the neutralized commanders as soon as they are released by the Defense Headquarters. Until then, keep praying for our troops, stay alert, and stay safe. I will see you in the very next update.